All right, what is going on, everyone? To today's special Black Desert video, we are doing a very expensive tutorial. So, as you guys know, a lot of people have been asking me, where do I go to progress my gear after seasonals and how to do the Jetina quest. So, I wanted to do that just for you guys, and I've never done it before, but because when this came out, I was already full pen. And so one thing I wanted to show you guys how to do is just do it yourself, and I'll show you the materials. And so the other videos that people show, basically they tell you the materials, but they don't show you how to do it live. So it's like, yeah, you have the materials, but then you don't know how to do it yourself. So that's what we're going to be doing. So we have all the materials over here, and basically I spent about an hour preparing all this. I actually didn't know one thing. So I had this from another season, and you're gonna have to melt down a try piece of gear for the one you want. And this was from an old season. I thought you could just simple alchemy that one, but you can't. So I actually spent time and silver actually just making a try, and then we're gonna be doing that. So anyway, with that said, yeah, these are the materials you're going to need. 150 concentrated magical blackstones. If you gather, you probably have a ton of these. Otherwise, it's probably like 600 million off the market. 1,000 memfrags. That's about 3 billion. These are pretty priceless. But if you are starting from scratch and have no idea where to get them, so basically you do bosses, right? And then you'll get various boss crystals, right? If you don't have them, what you would do is get the auras from the boss and then talk to Jetina. And then you do one of these weekly quests and pick the one you want to upgrade. So weapons are actually cheaper to upgrade first over weapon or armors. But I think armors are generally better for the new player. But for the sake of demonstration, I'm just going to show you how to do it. I think your first weapon starts at 1.5 billion. Whereas your first armor starts at 4 billion, and we'll talk about how that is factored later. So, yeah, in total, you get about like 115 a week from Jetina by doing the weekly quest. Otherwise, just do the boss. I've actually just been doing bosses for a long time, so I just had them. And 200 magical shards. The best way to get them is black magic crystals. What you would do is basically buy a ton of these and then just mass process them, or you could just buy these one by one, but I would just honestly recommend buying sealed ones and mass processing them, and you'll just get them done in like 5 minutes instead of an hour. So anyway, the total cost for a weapon is 1.5 billion plus the materials. So that's like 3 billion, another 600 million, and then like another 300. So let's just say 4 billion plus the weapon 5, and then 6.5 billion for your first weapon. Is it really worth it? It depends where you're at in the game. I think it's more worth it to do it on an armor piece instead of a weapon. But with that said, you also need opals, and we'll just say the rough opal is tier 1, polished is tier 2, brilliant is tier 3, and moonlight is tier 4. So you're going to need a total of 5 resplendent stones or something. I think that's what they're called. And then to upgrade your weapon. And so what you're going to want to do is, first of all, you're going to have to get a try of the piece of gear that you want to do. Simple alchemy it. You're going to get it like 30 boss auras, right? Okay, so you should get 30 of them. That's a material for try. And then the thing you want is the like piece that you want to upgrade. So what you're going to want to do is take the quest for like the weapon or armor. We're going to take the weapon one because we need that one. But before you do that, what you're going to want to do is basically just start heating these up. So for the first one, you're going to need 10 blackstones, 20 magical shards, 50 memfrags and crystals, and then the tier 1 stone, right? So you process that one, and then every tier up it gets exponentially more expensive. So yeah, I'm doing it for the first time once again because when this came out. I just never needed it. So anyway, that's a tier 1 stone. Let's put that over here. Actually, let's do that and move that over here. Tier 2 stone would be requiring the same materials in a tier 2 stone, right? So basically gonna get them all done at once and then show you how. I would honestly recommend for most people to just, for the most part, I think this is gonna be your bottleneck as a starter. And so if you grind a lot, you probably get enough money to just buy everything else. Otherwise, you know how to get it. And then a tier 3 stone. What you can't accidentally mess it up because you used the opal, and it'll give you the tier representing the one you're going for. So tier 4 is this one. Okay, so what you're gonna want to do for the last one is you need the 1.5 billion silver, which is like, so this is basically Pride, Duo, Tri, Tet, and then the 5th one will be Pen. So you go to the Old Moon Manager, right? You buy these, and depending on like how many times you've gone to the Aquila thing and how many like armor weapon pieces you've gotten, it gets more expensive. So basically, I think you need like 40 to 50 more every time you make a new ones. And in my honest opinion, like the first 1 or 2 maybe I think are generally like value, and you get like the item you want for cheaper. But after that, it's like good luck, get it yourself, do something. So for this one, you hand over 30, and she gives you a weapon or a sky crystal, right? So what you're gonna want to do is melt these down. I know, like, that's a lot of silver just down to drain. 6.5 billion for a tutorial. Jesus, dude, I know. All right, so we got all 5 crystals, right? And you're wondering, what do I do now? Okay, you guys saw a small edit. It's because for some reason, the weapon that I just opened from this season, it didn't actually work. But we have another one, and basically our 5 crystals that we had before, it's just basically showing you what we're gonna do with it. So, item reform, do that. This is the tier 1. Bam. Tier 2. Bam. Tier 3. Good. Tier 4. And our final one for this one is at, you know, tier 5. So what do you do after that? What you're going to want to do with your like pen level awakening weapon or armor, or just weapon or armor in general, is I think you go back to Jetina and just talk to her, and then what she will do is basically give you the piece of gear. So yeah, once you have your piece of gear at pen level or refined 5, what you're going to want to do is bring that and trade that in, and then you got your first pen piece of gear and some goodies. So with that said, that's how you get it. I know there's a small edit that's it's really weird. I don't know why, because in theory it should work, but it didn't work with that one. But I had another pet piece of gear left over, so it just worked on this one. So either way, I guess I got a pen scythe instead of a warrior weapon. That's cool, I guess. I wasn't planning on using it anyway. I was just doing it for demonstration purposes. But if you enjoyed it, that's how you do it. And if you're new to the channel, feel free to just hit that sub button. I try to make videos for newer people, returning people, and people who are just looking to get better at the game. So that was about like a 7 billion silver tutorial. And it's good for newer players, not for me, but for the sake of just doing it to do it. There you go. So with that said, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a fantastic day.